MS became the captain.
The format was new.
कि अरे आप ही ले जाओ बीवी बच्चों के साथ फॉरेन घुमाना.
And there was 0-3.
तो वो 6 छक्के ही डिफरेंस थे.
Never piss off a Punjabi, and especially one with a bat.
Rohit Sharma's innings was like, and then entered Yuvraj Singh.
So that credits is never given to people who actually perform.
I think उसने लाइफ में एक ही अच्छा काम किया.
Yeah, Sreesanth takes it, became immortal after that. 2007, we didn't have a great year to start off as the Indian cricket team. If you remember that start of the year that time.
I think it was horrible. So we had that 50 over World Cup in West Indies, and it was a nightmare. मतलब Indian fans के लिए तो World Cup कब शुरू हुआ कब खत्म हुआ याद भी नहीं है. It all started with that terrible loss against Bangladesh.
Yeah.
And उसके बाद बर्मुडा को हम लोगों ने हराया. भड़ास निकाली वहाँ पे. And then again, in the next game, Sri Lanka से हार के we packed our bags.
Correct.
I think similar fate Pakistan का भी हुआ था. They lost
Correct.
to Ireland and they got crashed out in the first round itself.
Yeah, and the untimely death of Bob Woodward as well.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate thing.
Yeah.
And I just come to think of it, जो टीमें पहले बाहर हो गई थी, इंडियन पाकिस्तान T20 वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल दोनों ने साथ में खेला. तो कहते हैं ना लाइफ का पूरा सर्कल.
And because we lost that World Cup, there was not much interest for this World Cup. First of all, that one factor, and then no Sachin, no Ganguly, I think no Dravid. Three of them decided to not play this T20 World Cup.
Yeah, I think the biggies they thought.
Correct.
I mean, they said कि ये क्या है. So and then out of nowhere, MS became the captain.
Yeah.
And I think one of the best decisions which was taken.
For sure.
अभी देख के लगता है, but this time not many of us would have backed that team.
Yeah, correct. So there was not much interest. The team had lost the World Cup. It's a brand new team. The format was new. Nobody knew about in India, so nobody knew about it. I think the first match was England-Australia in 2005. But it never picked up in international. I think also we played one match. I think.
Yeah. I think we played one game against South Africa. In 2006, if I'm not wrong.
Correct.
That was the only.
And then directly to the World Cup.
Yeah, directly to the World Cup, and I remember जब ये start हुआ था World Cup, and then it was like a party.
Yeah. South Africa, right? The atmosphere is crazy. Every match is like a party. Yeah, it is. And I remember, I think, we were in college at that time, and most of the matches we used to watch with friends. It is a great atmosphere. I think the first India, I think the format was 3 teams in one group, and as such there were 4 groups, right? Yeah. And 2 will qualify from each group to the Super 8s.
Yeah, Super 8s, that's right.
Correct.
So India के group में India had Pakistan and Scotland in our group. कि पहला game Pakistan Scotland का हुआ था. Pakistan आराम से जीत गया वो game.
Okay.
And उसके बाद we were supposed to play with Scotland.
Yeah.
But that game got washed out.
Yeah.
बारिश हो गई तो वो game हो नहीं पाया, and then finally भी हमने पाकिस्तान से खेलना था.
Sort of a do-or-die match, but yeah.
Sort of है, but मतलब इतना उसमें लोड नहीं था. अगर वो इंडिया हारता भी क्लोज मार्जिन से तो बहुत प्रॉब्लम नहीं थी, बिकॉज पाकिस्तान ने काफी कन्विंसिंगली हराया था स्कॉटलैंड को. सो स्कॉटलैंड का रन रेट was not that great.
Correct. And they also had a new captain in Misbah, I think, for this World Cup.
No, they had Shoaib Malik as the captain. Shoaib Malik was the captain.
World Cup, is it? Okay. Shoaib Malik was the captain. Okay. And we had a new coach. I mean, Lalchand Rajput was for this World Cup itself, right?
Yeah.
Greg Chappell was the earlier World Cup in the beginning of March.
Yeah.
And then he was removed, and now we had a temporary stand-in coach.
And I think Venkatesh Prasad was there
bowling coach.
with the team as a bowling coach.
Yeah.
Robin Singh was also there.
Yeah. Altogether new setup.
मतलब ऐसे जाए, मतलब वो बताते हैं ना जैसे चक दे इंडिया में वो सीन है ना स्टार्टिंग में कि वर्ल्ड कप ऐसे तो नहीं जा सकती टीम. तो बोलता है ना कि अरे आप ही ले जाओ बीवी बच्चों के साथ फॉरेन घुमाना. तो वैसे ही लग रहा था मुझे कुछ कि भाई कहीं भी भेज दिया है, नया कैप्टन नई टीम है, हिट एंड ट्रायल हो रहा है. आधे मतलब 2-3 ऐसे प्लेयर्स थे जिनके बारे में जानते भी नहीं थे, लाइक रोहित शर्मा वाज देयर, डेब्यू उसमें हुआ था. देन यूसुफ पठान वाज देयर, एंड आवर फ्रंट लाइन बॉलर्स वर आरपी सिंह एंड श्रीशांत
एंड पठान
वाज देयर. एंड आगरकर को 1-2 गेम खिलाया था, बट उसकी पिटाई हो गई. आगरकर 98 में भी मुझे याद है उस टाइम वो 5.5 के रन रेट से पीटा जाता था. तो T20 में तो लाइसेंस था मारने के लिए उसको.
Correct. That is tough for him.
Yeah. So I think coming back to the tournament. Yeah. So India का पहला गेम पाकिस्तान, दूसरा गेम टेक्निकली पाकिस्तान से हुआ.
Yeah.
And उसके बाद
that is again the bowl out, right? The great the great bowl out which happened.
Yeah.
And again, first time we are used to that format. The match was a tie, and we had to decide the tiebreaker through a bowl out. That is never seen before in cricket, right? First time.
I mean, that was fascinating.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't know how India managed to tie that game. मतलब वो Sreesanth was bowling the last over.
Yeah.
And last के 2 बॉल पे 1 रन चाहिए था. 2 balls 1 run.
Correct. 2 balls 1 run.
And मिसबा ने already उससे पहले एक boundary मारी थी.
2 fours together and then 2 balls 1 run.
Yeah. And Sreesanth ने एक ball डाला round the wicket and he missed that ball. थोड़ा short pitch type का था.
Correct.
And then again last ball पे somehow
he hit it to Yuvraj.
वो run out हो गया.
And
किसी को पता नहीं था कि होगा क्या. So I remember कि Indian dugout थोड़ा confused था कि आना है celebrate करने या नहीं आना है. Finally they charged towards the ground.
Correct. Yeah.
And ball out was so much of fun. मतलब India was, that was the first time when we saw कि MS कितना smart है.
Correct.
He never gave the ball to any of the fast
traditional bowlers. Yeah.
उसने पहला किसको दिया था? रॉबिन उथप्पा,
सेहवाग and हरभजन. Three of them bowled.
And
spinners, all spinners.
Yeah. वहाँ पे they gave it to Umar Gul, Shahid Afridi, and there was one more fast bowler. Yasir Arafat. So 2 fast bowler and then Afridi was under a lot of pressure तो miss हो गया. And that was so much of fun. कि अरे यार ऐसे match decide हुआ गया.
And we took 3-on-3. Yeah. And there was 0-on-3.
Yeah. So that
and
was
I think one more, like we mentioned MS, one more thing was he stood next to the stumps.
Yes.
While the Pakistani keeper was far away.
I think he was keeping it. Kamran Akmal was there, right? वो traditional way में keep कर रहा था.
Correct.
And वो अपने knees के साथ में बैठ के and then
next to the stump. Next to the stump. That's why you focus on me. Yeah.
I think that was a good strategy.
Yeah. And their practice is what I heard.
They practiced a lot.
And whoever was bowling onto the stumps is what were taken finally.
Yeah.
So then we qualified.
Yeah, then we qualified. Then India के group में it was India, England, South Africa and New Zealand.
Yeah, other tough group.
So India का first match मुझे याद है was with New Zealand.
Yeah.
And we lost that game.
As usual, New Zealand World Cup.
हाँ मतलब पता नहीं क्या था. New Zealand और World Cup मतलब इंडिया के लिए ना बहुत अच्छा नहीं रहा.
Yeah.
अभी 2023 में जीते थे हम लोग. इससे पहले I remember 2003 में we were able to beat New Zealand in Super 6 game. तो उसके अलावा आई थिंक हमेशा हारते हैं न्यूजीलैंड से. somehow we managed to lose to them. उसके बाद आता है इंग्लैंड गेम.
The epic England game. Yeah, I mean, see, to be frank, I don't remember this match. I remember the 6 sixes, and that's iconic, right? That fact that somebody could hit in our generation. We have never seen this. We have heard of Gary Sobers hitting the 6 sixes. We have heard of Ravi Shastri doing it, but we have never seen it. And when a player of our generation doing it,
I think 2007 50 over World Cup में हर्षल गिब्स ने नेदरलैंड्स के अगेंस्ट मारा था. But that was against a weaker opposition.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, and we have not seen anybody from India do that. Yeah, so that also has some back history. Like I think we had a series against them that year.
Yeah.
And Dimitri Mascarenhas hit Yuvraj for 5 sixes.
Yeah.
And he was damn pissed off at that time. Maybe it was revenge. I think even Flintoff riled him up a bit.
Yeah.
Just the previous.
So I think it's a very interesting point. मतलब युवराज ने किसी पॉडकास्ट में बताया था कि जब उसने 5 मार दिए थे.
Yeah.
And तो Mascarenhas was fielding somewhere in the deep mid wicket or deep square leg कुछ तो बोला था.
Okay.
उसने उसकी तरफ देखा.
Oh.
And he smiled, Mascarenhas.
Oh, okay.
Then he thought अब तो मारना है मुझे एक और. Just to prove a point.
Okay.
So that was fun.
Yeah.
And also Swat मतलब युवराज also mentioned one more thing. Broad ने गलती की. So पहले 3 छक्के खाए.
Correct.
And for the 4th one he came to the
around the wicket.
Round the wicket.
Correct.
And वो बिल्कुल just 6 गया था. Yuvraj was not comfortable with it. He was not very comfortable.
Yeah.
But again somehow वापस over the wicket आया and Yuvraj thought कि आज उसका देना है. Then he connected.
And all parts of the ground, every single. I mean, and Colin would get struggling to talk to Broad and think what to do. Nothing to do, right? That man was in a different level.
I mean, Broad was very young.
Yeah.
Experience नहीं था. Otherwise he did not try any cutter, bouncer. उसने वहीं एक ही जगह length पे मतलब fuller length. सेम पेस पे कोई वेरिएशन ट्राई नहीं किया. उसने 4th बॉल यॉर्कर ट्राई करी थी जो फुल टॉस चली गई थी. बट अब नाउ कम टू थिंक ऑफ इट, उसका करियर वहां से स्टार्ट हुआ था. नाउ इज लाइक वन ऑफ द ग्रेटेस्ट ऑफ द गेम्स. मोर देन 600 विकेट्स एंड crazy stuff.
No good. I mean I remember Flintoff riled him up the previous over. I think he hit 2 sixes and Flintoff abused him or something like that, and he was actually going towards him and then Dhoni stopped him and then the 6 sixes happened after that. So yeah, never.
And that game was actually a close one.
Yeah.
We scored 218, I think.
Yeah.
And England also
managed to score
reached, 200.
Correct.
So वो 6 छक्के difference थे.
Yeah. Never piss off a Punjabi, and especially one with the bat. So, and the way he was batting, right? That's the flow of the hand. It was just. I think nobody in cricket. I don't know. I think Virat Kohli has that sort of a power, but I haven't seen a better striker of the ball than Yuvraj Singh.
I mean, timing plus power. I think ये game हो गया, and then final game हमारा South Africa से था, the hosts.
And they had not lost in this tournament. Yeah. They were coming unbeaten. Yeah.
And the funny part कि वो crash out हो गया ultimately. But I think उस game से पहले situation ये थी कि इंडिया के लिए तो situation straightforward थी. We had to win.
Correct.
अभी साउथ अफ्रीका के साथ सीन ये था कि कुछ सर्टेन मार्जिन से अगर आप हार भी रहे हो, अगर जीत रहे हो तो बात खत्म हो गई.
Correct.
तो साउथ अफ्रीका और न्यूजीलैंड वुड हैव क्वालिफाइड.
Correct.
अगर साउथ अफ्रीका हार रहा है तो अगर फिर भी एक सर्टेन मार्जिन से हार रहा है, स्टिल साउथ अफ्रीका इंडिया वुड हैव क्वालिफाइड. If you remember, India ने बहुत ज्यादा नहीं मारा था.
We lost a lot of wickets.
Yeah, we lost. And then Rohit Sharma. It was his debut game.
50 on debut. Yeah. Rohit and Dhoni, I think that partnership.
Dhoni was struggling. Yeah. उसके इधर उधर. I remember Morkel ने short ball वाली edge लगा, उधर लगा, but somehow he managed.
They had a partnership. Yeah.
I mean, he scored something.
Yeah.
But Rohit Sharma's innings was like
on debut.
Really compact and
against South Africa in their home ground. Yeah. And that bowling line.
We made something around 140 odd.
140 odd, I think. Yeah.
Something around that.
Arrival of Rohit Sharma. Yeah.
And उसके बाद जब इनिंग स्टार्ट हुई साउथ अफ्रीका की बैटिंग में, आई थिंक इट वाज chaotic. एंड उसमें एक रोहित शर्मा ने रन आउट किया था जस्टिन कैम्प को.
ओह, आई डोंट नो दैट. ओके,
दैट वाज अमेजिंग. दैट वाज समथिंग एल्स. आई थिंक उसका स्निपेट अगर देखोगे
तो ऑलवेज एथलेटिक फील्डर.
या ही वाज वेरी फिट, वेरी लीन, 20 ईयर ओल्ड. एंड मतलब साउथ अफ्रीका रिकवर ही नहीं कर पाया. मतलब उनकी हालत हो गई थी कि इंडिया वाज हैविंग फन. मतलब एक टाइम बीच में ऐसा हो गया था कि डीके वाज आल्सो प्लेइंग दैट. डीके आल्सो टुक अ ब्रिलियंट कैच इन द स्लिप कॉर्डन में.
Okay.
मतलब flying.
Okay.
Horizontally flying. I think it was Smith, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
And
they were all out for some 113, 14.
Yeah. And there was a time when Dhoni ने fielding करना start कर दिए. DK was keeping. So they were having fun.
We were having toying with them. Yeah.
They were having fun. Then 4 semi-finalists for India was supposed to play with Australia and Pakistan, New Zealand.
Correct. So Australia in knockouts, it was a long time since anybody had beaten them. Right? I mean, 2099, 2003, 7.
Before that, there was Champions Trophy as well. 2005.
Correct. 5 champions. So nobody's ever beaten them in knockouts in ages.
Yeah.
And new format again. So it is very. I mean, we were playing. Okay, we know that we were playing it as a novelty, but they were prepared.
They were prepared, and they had all the big guns in that tournament. Hayden, Gilchrist, Ricky Ponting did not play the semis, but he was there in the tournament.
Yeah,
Simons was there. Correct. Michael Clark was there. Hussey was there. So their batting was like their proper 2007 World Cup wali batting.
Solid. Correct.
Bowling में भी Bretley was there. Nathan Bracken, Clark. तो वो proper team के साथ आए थे. Proper
tally.
मतलब और कोई भी game हो यार, मतलब ऑस्ट्रेलिया को उस टाइम पे हराना मतलब was always a task, right?
Correct. And I think we batted first.
We batted first.
I think Dhoni won the toss, I think.
We batted first and our start बहुत अच्छा नहीं था. We lost 8 overs के बाद इंडिया का 42 for 2 था. After 8 overs. Yeah. And then entered Yuvraj Singh.
Yuvraj Singh?
Second ball he faced.
Okay.
And he dispatched that into the crowd. और एक मुझे याद है कि 9.5 overs, 54 for 2, that was the score.
Okay.
And Lee ने ना almost एक full length leg पे ball करी.
Yeah.
He just flicked.
Just a flick, yeah.
Flicked.
Just flick.
That went more than 100 meters in the crowd. मैंने कहा boss.
He's in another level. Yeah.
I mean, he was timing the ball better than anyone else.
Yeah.
यार वो एक होता है ना zone में like
correct, yeah.
when you say कि कोहली was possessed in that 2022
Melbourne, yeah.
98 शारजाह for तेंदुलकर.
Yeah.
वैसे ना युवराज का वो टाइम था. मतलब बॉल जिस तरह से उसके बैट से निकल रहा था, it was
correct.
unbelievable.
And so we didn't mention that he had the fastest 50 in the England match.
Yeah.
12 balls 50.
12 balls 50.
And then coming into this match, I think what 70 odd.
70 of 30 balls, 5 sixes, 5 fours.
Shit. In a knockout match against Australia, 70 runs, 30.
And he thrashed. I mean, 8 over में 40 run.
Yeah.
10 over में 60 run. And we made 188 in that game.
Yeah. Shit.
It was Yuvraj all the way.
He and Dhoni had a partnership.
Yeah.
Dhoni was like in a small group.
Again, first he had a partnership with Uthappa.
Correct. Yeah, it was very
made 30
yeah,
or something. Then Dhoni made 18 ball 36.
Yeah.
वो भी अच्छा strike कर रहा था, but correct. It was about Yuvraj.
All of Yuvraj, yeah.
189 is always tricky.
Exactly. At that time, so.
But I mean, it was still possible for them, and they had a formidable batting lineup.
Correct.
So again, Gilly and when they came into the bat, I think RP Singh की मार पड़ी थी उस दिन.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. And Sreesanth got beat this out.
Yeah. So Sreesanth बहुत animated था. मतलब Sreesanth के साथ ये था कि always had the talent, had the right energy, but उसका execution ना बहुत हिलता था.
Yeah. I think one of the best seam positions I've seen. Once the ball moves out of the hand, it's just still. There's no wobble, nothing. It's so perfect. But yeah, temperament. I think that's where
मतलब
it was a bit shaky.
थोड़ा सा shaky था and बाद में वही fixing and all, so it did not end well for him. But he was a great talent.
Exceptional talent. Yeah.
So again, he bowled Gilchrist, he bowled Hayden.
Yeah.
तो Gilchrist out हुआ था and then उसके बाद since Ponting was not playing, तो Brad Hodge आया था number 3 पे बैटिंग कर.
Brad Hodge.
Yeah. तो इरफान पठान ने उसे आउट किया था. So 2 विकेट के बाद they had a very big partnership. Hayden and Simons. And game was almost done. I think कुछ ऐसा था कि 36 ball 50 or 60, 55 or 60. Very easy for them. 2 set batters. And that too Hayden and Simons. फिर श्रीशांत ने Hayden को निकाला.
That reaction to that dismissal, man. Like all of us got pumped up seeing that, right? Just him getting so pumped up.
तो वो उस समय जब हो गया and then उसके थोड़ी देर बाद Pathan got Simons
of bowled again,
and then even Hasi भी अच्छा, Hasi and Clark were there, मतलब finish तो करना था उनको game. I don't know क्या हुआ, and then somehow Harbhajan bowled a very good over.
He bowled a very good spell.
He bowled a good couple of overs. उसने Clark का wicket लिया and then he choked Michael Hasi as well. तो runs बने नहीं. पिछले 7-8 साल से ऑस्ट्रेलिया हर जगह में हरा रहा है. मतलब फिंगर टिप्स पे यू कैन काउंट कि हमने कितने मैच ऑस्ट्रेलिया को हराए. 4-5 ही निकलेंगे in any format of the game. Somehow we were able to pull that off. And we had a young side. Probably इसीलिए हरा दिया.
Yeah, exactly. That attitude.
वो baggage नहीं था हमारा.
Correct. The very different attitude. Like I remember. I think Yuvraj mentioned in an interview also that we had lost the World Cup, but this one we are approaching with a different mindset. Like nobody is really bothered.
I have seen 2 बड़े tournaments मैंने इंडिया को ऐसे खेलते हुए देखे. And दोनों इंडिया ने जीते. जहाँ पे उनसे expectations नहीं थी.
Exactly.
And they were like really carefree. Not careless. Carefree. एक तो ये था, and then 2013 Champions Trophy. उधर पाकिस्तान was able to easily beat New Zealand. जैसे इंडिया न्यूजीलैंड है ना वर्ल्ड कप्स में, वैसे पाकिस्तान न्यूजीलैंड.
And Pakistan always wins.
Pakistan always wins. न्यूजीलैंड नहीं हरा पाता है पाकिस्तान को somehow in the bigger tournaments. Yeah. So then the big day.
Yeah, the finals. Right?
India Pak.
And again, I remember, I think Chak De movie had released at that time. Everywhere was a Chak De theme song and great atmosphere. Yeah, I remember I watched it with all my college friends. We all got to a friend's house and all of us were just excited. But yeah, that was a very, very tense match. I mean, India, Pakistan, and the finals, and the new format, T20 World Cup.
अब क्या हो गया था ना, उस टाइम तक ये भी हो गया था, when ऑस्ट्रेलिया को हराने के बाद ना सबकी एक्सपेक्टेशंस आती.
Yeah.
First there is this final. फिर इंडिया पाकिस्तान final.
We have to win.
हाँ, we have to win. ऊपर से इस टूर्नामेंट में we have beaten England, we have beaten South Africa, we have beaten Australia.
And Pakistan earlier.
तो मतलब कोई ऑप्शन ही नहीं था जीतने के अलावा.
It's a given, right? We have to win.
हाँ, जीतना ही है हर हाल में.
But it wasn't easy.
No, it was not. And वो प्रेशर दिख रहा था.
I think Sehwag was injured or something, right?
Yusuf Pathan opened.
Yeah. Or again on debut.
Yeah.
First match of the finals.
Yeah.
Correct. He didn't score much.
He didn't, but decent start.
Good start, yeah.
And then उसके बाद quick wickets.
Wickets kept falling.
हाँ, Gambhir was there. Gambhir was the hero of the game. I mean, he made 75 or something.
75, yeah.
That.
I mean,
Gambhir is always there in the crunch situation. Let's be honest about it.
Like, I know he complains that credits is never given to people who actually perform, but the guy always performed in clutch situation. He's a clutch player.
He's it.
97, 75. When the team needs it, he's there.
So he's always there. India lost 3 or 4 quick wickets. Then again, I think Gambhir and Rohit Sharma had a partnership.
Correct. Yeah, Rohit played a good knock.
Rohit supported
around 30
him well.
odd, I think.
Yeah. Rohit supported him well. Yeah. Gambhir made 75 and he somehow
reached 150 odd.
150 something. 156, 150, something around that number.
Yeah. It's half the score from Gambhir.
Yeah, which was not a good score.
Yeah. It is a nice flat track. I remember the shots were just going properly.
Yeah, small ground.
Yeah, correct.
मतलब starting में सीमर्स के लिए था. सीमर्स के लिए हमेशा रहता है.
That's it. Always Johannesburg.
But मतलब 150 odd. I mean, with their batting lineup, batting lineup was pretty good.
Yeah.
वो प्रेशर संभालने वाली बात थी उनके लिए भी. और आई थिंक उनका भी वही प्रॉब्लम था कि इंडिया को हराना इज अ चैलेंज.
That's never happened. I mean,
in World Cup. Yeah. So they started. I remember RP got rid of Kamran Akmal in the first over.
Correct.
Got that beautiful in swinger.
Correct.
RP Singh was bowling those deliveries like I think Shaheen को मैंने 2021 में देखा है. I think RP was very close to that. Late swing. 140 plus पे आके.
At 140 plus.
Yeah. 142, 143 consistently मारना and length पे and वो late swing अंदर आ.
And slightly a side on action.
Yeah.
Difficult to figure out.
Very difficult to figure out. Especially for right handers. Very difficult.
Correct. Yeah.
But then Imran Nazir took Sreesanth on.
Again, very good talent. They say he was ahead of time.
Yeah.
He used to actually play very aggressive cricket in all formats.
All formats. And then he got run out.
Crucial.
Robin Usupa, उसने एक I think Yunus Khan was playing with him. उसने drive किया मतलब mid off की side और उसने gloves उतार के अपना he was lazing around. आराम से पहुंच ही जाएंगे. उसने सीधे वहाँ से keeper side पे throw मारा and Imran Nazir was run out.
That is the crucial point.
I mean that was a deciding factor. अगर वो 2-3 over और खेल जाता, game खत्म था. Then I think Indian bowlers came back well. They got Yunus Khan, they got
so
Shoaib Malik.
Correct. We were always Pathan got Afridi out.
Second ball duck.
Yeah.
पहला उसने bouncer मारा wide, आगे cutter डाला. Typical Afridi उसने slog किया
and that time we were on the upper hand. I mean, almost. I think Misbah was
there
at one end. And
the tail. Misbah was not Misbah back then.
He was just. We didn't even know who he was, man. 2007 is when I'm seeing him for the first. I think the tournament.
He played brilliantly. उसको पता था किस bowler को target करना है. उसने हरभजन को बिल्कुल ही murder कर दिया था.
2 sixes, I think.
3 sixes. 3 dots and 3 sixes.
Imagine 3 sixes, right? 18 runs. That's the target gone, right?
2 over का उसने balance off कर.
Correct.
Then I think Yasir Arafat था. He played a good knock.
And Sohail Tanveer later on.
Sohail Tanveer तो बाद में आके 4 बॉल पे 12 बनाया था, 2 छक्के मारे थे उसने. But Yasir Arafat और उनकी काफी अच्छी पार्टनरशिप हुई थी. Then Arafat को आउट किया and then Sohail Tanveer को श्रीकांत ने बोल्ड मारा. पहले 6 मारा उसने फ्लिक करके, then he got bowled. And then finally Joginder Sharma thing happened.
I mean, do you remember Joginder Sharma? I just remember the finals. Something he used to bowl medium pace. I had no idea why he was.
So India में ना कुछ ऐसी breed आई है. Before Hardik, between Kapil Dev and Hardik Pandya, इंडिया ने बहुत से सीमिंग ऑलराउंडर ट्राई किए हैं. उसमें लेकिन ऐसे ऑलराउंडर्स इंडिया को मिले जिनको ना बैटिंग आती थी ना बॉलिंग आती थी. जेपी यादव, देन जोगिंदर शर्मा केम, स्टुअर्ट बिनी, मतलब उसका नाम रॉबिन सिंह थोड़ा सा था, बिकॉज अगेन टैलेंट की कमी इतनी लग रही थी उस टाइम 90s में, लेट 90s ऐसा ही था. एंड दैट वाज द मोमेंट ऑफ ग्लोरी फॉर हिम. मतलब आई थिंक उसने लाइफ में एक ही अच्छा काम किया है.
He is now some SP in Haryana police or something like that. So I think Harbhajan was supposed to he had an over left.
हाँ, Harbhajan had one over left,
but he didn't.
Dhoni had a choice between Harbhajan and Joginder, but Misbah was on strike. Misbah ने already 3 छक्के मारे थे Harbhajan को. Harbhajan was not confident. Dhoni said
1-6 happened.
First तो उसने पहले तो wide वाला. वाइड डाला जो कि बिल्कुल ही मतलब आई थिंक उसमें 2 वाइड निकल आए थे. Then there was a dot ball. Then again there was full toss उसने फेंकी and I was scared कि no ball तो नहीं है. It was like almost at that level. Since Misbah walked down the track तो थोड़ा सा वो cover up हो गया and then I don't know what Misbah ने I think pavilion show जो आता था उनका उसमें he mentioned कि मैंने सोचा कि फाइन लेग का फील्डर अंदर है, स्कूप मार के 4 कर लेते हैं, फिर तो 1 रन बचेगा, देख लेंगे कैसे निकालना है. But I think that was destiny.
Yeah. Sreesanth takes it, became immortal after that. No, that is great. I mean, it is so edge of the seat. Like, I don't remember watching cricket matches. Cricket match became so edge of the seat, right? And then suddenly the ball goes in the air. Yeah. And for that 1 second, I mean, even Sreesanth mentioned, everybody mentioned, it became still. I remember it just became still. And your mind is running through so many options. Is it a 6? Is it going to a vacant area? Will he drop it? So much stress. And then finally, Sreesanth takes. And then it just sinks in, right? That we won the World Cup. And everybody starts rushing into the ground.
That was magical.
Yeah. It was a superb experience. And then the whole Chak Day music.
That, I mean, वो बन ही गया. वो थोड़ा सा ना scripted सा feel हो गया. मतलब, you won the World Cup. There was this movie. उससे पहले we had a disastrous World Cup campaign. And then that was a revenge kind of moment, comeback moment.
Shahrukh was in the stadium.
Shahrukh was there in the stadium. And that led to something which is like even more spectacular. IPL. And again, there was so much of money, so much of glamour, Bollywood, music, everything was involved. And it became one big party. The IPL. I think उसके बारे में हम लोग कभी किसी detail में will talk about it. But I think important point यहाँ पर ये है कि it was not only the World Cup win. उस चीज से क्या हुआ कि हमने आगे के लिए ना एक कल्चर डिफाइन किया for T20s. Right? IPL को कॉपी करते हुए आज बहुत सारी लीग्स हैं. But I don't think कोई क्लोज भी है.
No.
Right? In terms of पैसा, talent, the overall competition, even the crowd. But I think that changed the face of not only the Indian cricket, the world cricket, I would say.
Correct. And as a team, we got stars.
Yeah.
The next generation of stars. Yeah. The Dhoni, the Rohit Sharmas, Yuvraj Singh was there already. But they became the next generation.
Dhoni की legacy तो वहीं से start
हुई. Right? Yeah. I think. And probably the greatest white ball captain ever had. Easy.
Without a doubt.
I
think I hope that 2-3 साल के बाद हम उस पे debate करें with Rohit Sharma winning Champions Trophy and maybe the next 50 over World Cup. But at this point of time, I think it has to be
the greatest captain.
I mean,
I think it's a good way to end that. The fact that Dhoni was the main architect of that win, along with the new stars of players who we had. Great. We had a great time discussing this, and we look forward to your feedback for our episode. Do share with your friends. Do subscribe to the channel. And whatever you feel like discussing, put it on the comments. We'll definitely respond. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.